My name is Robin, and welcome to English Grammar Now. Today, we're going to be talking about to, so, either, and neither. These are words that will help us to combine similar ideas. When we want to say two pieces of information that are very similar, it sounds a little boring to just say the same thing twice. For example, about this picture, we could say, Gary has brown hair, Jason has brown hair. That doesn't sound very interesting. We could use also in the second sentence, but that won't make it any shorter. For example, we could say, Gary has brown hair, and Jason also has brown hair. This is why we will use words like so and to. So we could say, Gary has brown hair, and so does Jason. Or we could say, Gary has brown hair, Jason does too. When we combine together two ideas that are both negative, we use the words either and neither. Now, the pronunciation of these words can be different, but it doesn't matter which way you choose. You could say either or either. In the same way, you could say neither or neither. It doesn't matter which way you say these words. For example, we could say, Gary doesn't have glasses. Jason doesn't either. We could also say, Gary doesn't have glasses, neither does Jason. So we use these words, so, to, either, and neither, to add to our own statements, but also to respond to someone else's statement. For example, if someone says, I'm hungry, I could say, so am I. Here's how we would use to and either. Remember that to is used to combine two positive ideas. Either is used to combine two negative ideas. When we make a sentence with to or either, they come at the very end. You could have a very short sentence that only has a pronoun, then a verb, and then to or either at the end. But you could also add in other information. Here's some examples. I had fun. She did too. They can't cook. I can't either. Lanny is a doctor. Sonia is a doctor too. We haven't read the book. He hasn't either. You can see that our two examples that use either both have negative verbs, can't and haven't. When we use the other two words, so and neither, they come at a different part of the sentence. They come at the very beginning. So when we make a sentence with these words, it will begin with so or neither, then the verb, and then the pronoun. So here's some examples. I had fun, so did she. They can't cook, neither can I. Lanny is a doctor, so is Sonia. We haven't read the book, neither has he. You can see that there's an important change here. In the two sentences with neither, we have changed the verb. Neither is used for negative comparisons, when two things are negative. However, because neither is a negative word, we will change the verb to be positive. So although we say, they can't cook as a negative verb, we will add the positive verb in the second sentence. Neither can I. Here's one more note about using to and either, or so and neither. In formal situation, we could make a very short sentence by taking out the verb. So for example, we could say, me too, me neither, to make a positive or a negative sentence with these words. But it is quite informal, and it's not common to use other pronouns in these types of sentences. We're not likely to say she too or him neither. We could also use these words to compare different things or different qualities. Here's some examples of those. It's hot. It's humid too. Dogs can't fly. Neither can cats. I have a seafood allergy. I can't eat peanuts either. So you can see that in each of these examples, we are putting together two ideas that are either both positive or both negative. Here's something for you to try. Fill in the missing verb in each of these statements. Don't forget that if there is no helping verb, we need to add do or did. Give it a try. Here's the answers to that activity. Number 1, I can't believe they're late. I can't either. Number 2, I love painting landscapes. So does my sister. Number 3, math is so hard. Science is too. Number 4, Europe doesn't have any penguins. Neither does North America. Probably you found number 1 and number 3 very easy because we can use the same verb in the first statement as in the second statement. Can't and can't. Is and is. For number 2, you had to remember to add does because there is no helping verb in the first statement. And for number 4, did you remember to change the verb from negative into a positive? We could not say, neither doesn't North America. We have to change it into the positive form of the verb. Something to remember when we use these words is that so, to, either, and neither are only used if we are connecting two statements that are the same. Maybe they are both positive, or maybe they are both negative, but they have to be the same thing. For example, if we say, Ben loves ice cream. Jerry loves ice cream too. Both of them love ice cream, so we can connect those using these words. However, if one of them loves ice cream and the other one doesn't, we cannot connect them using these words. So for example, we could not say, Ben loves ice cream, neither does Jerry. That doesn't make sense. We also could not say, Ben loves ice cream, Jerry doesn't either. Unfortunately, we can only connect two statements that have the same idea. Here's another one for you to try. This one is more challenging. We have sentences that have to or either, and you can change them into sentences that use so or neither. For example, we live near the university too. You could change this into so do we. Take a look at these 6 sentences and see if you can convert them from using to either into so neither. Give it a try. Here's the answers to those questions. Number 1, I love listening to jazz too. We could change this into so do I. Number 2, my family doesn't have a pet either. We could change this into neither does my family. Number 3, I've never been to Morocco either. We could change this into neither have I. Number 4, We play hockey too. We could change it to so do we. Number 5. Mark plays guitar too. We could change it into so does Mark. And number 6. Sydney can't speak Russian either. We could change it into neither can Sydney. So remember, for each of these, if it's a positive statement, we will use so. If it's a negative statement, we will use neither. But remember to change the verb from a negative verb into a positive verb. Here's a conversation that uses some of these words. I watched the new Batman show on TV last night. I did too. I thought it was too long. Me too. I didn't like the changes they made to the costume. Neither did I. I think the old one was better. So did I. It wasn't so sad. It wasn't as boring either. Here you can see some of the words we've studied highlighted. So these two people very much agree with each other, which is why we can use so, to, either, and neither. But maybe you noticed there's one other example of to that isn't highlighted. It comes in the sentence, I thought it was too long. Be careful, although it looks the same, this is not the same meaning of the word to. In this case, to put it together with an adjective means it was longer than I wanted, or longer than it should be. Great job studying these words with me. Hopefully now you can make some comparisons about two things that are the same in one sentence. I'll see you next time. Goodbye!